Let's make these super cute Easter Bunny pins. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to use my X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut off these bunny tails. There is a lot of glue holding them on, so once I get them off, I'm basically tossing them in the trash. I did buy a package of pastel palms that I think will be just as cute once we get these ready for them. So after I get them off, I'm going to flip them over. The other side is actually smoother and it's a better surface to use for this project. There you go. Now, the next thing I'm going to use is the Eileen's tacky glue. And I'm just going to squirt a blob on each. The only thing I really have handy right now to use is my finger. I didn't get a paintbrush or anything, so I'm just going to rub it all over the back of these bunnies. And you want a really thin coat, just enough that the glue is on it, but not bubbling up. So just smear that around all of them. You want to get all of the edges. I have a box of baby wipes on the floor beside me so I can wipe my fingers off and keep them clean while I'm doing this project. I'm sure you probably have something very similar. This here is the craft paper that I'm going to use for some of these rabbits. It's basically scrapbooking paper that I pulled out of a scrapped book. And I'm pressing them glue side down to the paper, and I'm wiggling them just a little bit to make sure that that glue is, spread out really well. Here is the last one. I did that one on just a little bit different paper. So after you let them dry, go ahead and take an X-Acto blade. I really need to just go ahead and change the blade on this one. It's not very sharp. And cut around it as best you can. If there are some edges that you don't get cut, it is okay to use a file and file those little pieces down to the wood, which is what I end up doing on these. This is just a nail file. You can use a nail file. You could probably even use like a piece of sandpaper if you wanted, but it just gets that paper real close to the edge so that it looks like it was meant to be there. Just makes it have a nice finish. Now I have my clothespin here, and I'm actually going to use another piece of the cardstock scrapbook paper, and I'm just going to put it on the top part of the pin. Just line it up really well. Of course, if it hangs over too much, you can use the nail file again. I see some edges that I needed to fix. I didn't get real well. So the Eileen's glue is really good. And of course, wood glues to wood very easily. So that's a great thing to use. And then just set it aside to dry. Now let's add his cottontail. I used actually a size very similar to the one that I had removed. And I thought this one would be really cute with a bow because, cheerleaders wear bows and they're just cute. So here is a set of them that I had done. I also used the exact same technique and made some Easter eggs.